Hey fam, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are building a GitHub portfolio from absolute scratch. So we are going from this to this, and I'm going to walk you through every single step. If you missed it, I did a deep dive on why having an online portfolio is so important for your career, not even just in tech. Not too long ago, you can watch that video after this one. So before we get started, if you're new here, I'm Kuda Christine, a software engineer based in South Africa, and on this channel we talk tech, code, a little bit of lifestyle, and honestly just navigating life in the tech world. And I want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Let's jump in. Right, the first thing you want to do is to navigate to GitHub's official website by typing in GitHub in your URL. Once you have gotten to their landing page, you should see the sign in and sign up options on the top right corner. We don't have an account, so we're going to sign up. You'll see there are 3 different ways to sign up. You can use your Google account, your Apple account, or you can enter your credentials manually, which is your email and your passwords. Once you're done, you'll be able to click the create account and you'll need to verify your account. So make sure the email address you have is in use and you have access to it, because a code will be sent to you. Enter that code and press on continue. Next, you're going to have to use the credentials you used to sign up to sign in. And there you have it, a working GitHub account. GitHub will always prompt you with their GitHub for Beginners series, which you can also find on YouTube. Now let's navigate to our profile by clicking on the circle profile button on the right corner. Once you get there, you'll see that our GitHub account is basically empty and it's blank. So we're going to start off by inserting important details like our username, our name, the institution we're currently in if we are in any, our bio, and maybe upload our profile picture. So you'll see that GitHub's profile picture usually takes a while to update. So whilst we wait for that, and a while is about 10 minutes or so. Whilst we wait, let us download GitHub Desktop. Instead of using the command line like this, we want to be able to interact with GitHub on an app. So we download GitHub Desktop. So you simply navigate your favorite web browser once again, type in GitHub Desktop download, and you want to click on the first link. Click on download for Windows. Ensure you are downloading for the operating system you're using. I'm currently using Windows, and I ensure that the GitHub Desktop application is actually downloaded. The next step is to ensure that GitHub Desktop is installed on your PC. So how you do that is you navigate to where this exe was downloaded at, you double click it, and if it gives you a prompt like this, run anyway, as it is a safe installer or installation. You wait for it to finish, and there you have it, GitHub Desktop downloaded and installed on your PC. So once you open the application and it prompts you to sign in, great, sign in. But if it didn't, on the top left corner, click on File, then Options, then you will see the screen. And if you don't see your username signed in, click on Sign with GitHub Enterprise. Now, to create the project we want to host on our GitHub, not host, but put on our GitHub account, navigate to the Add button. You'll see that there are 3 options: to clone, create, and add. To clone is to bring a project that's already on GitHub onto your local computer. So what that does is it creates a GitHub folder, basically a folder on your local PC, but GitHub related, right? Then there is the create option. This is to create a new repository. It means you don't have a project to begin with and you're starting from scratch. Then you've got the add existing repository. This means you already have the local folder on your local PC and you want to add it to your GitHub Desktop just for it to show there, so that you can interact with your GitHub using the GitHub Desktop tool. So we're going to create a new repository. So we click the second option. And before we go any further, let me showcase the website project we want to upload on our new repository. Let's give our repository a name, car sales website. Let's give it a description, selling cars. Let's choose the local path if you're not happy with the default path that is written there. Ensure you check the include readme file. Recall a readme file allows you to put in important details. So when someone lands onto the repository or onto the project, they want to be able to get a grasp of what's happening instantly, and you will see how we'll make use of it. Then create clone repository. So if you navigate to the folder that you selected when you're creating the repository, you see that a folder has been created, written car sales website, with 2 files, namely the Git attributes, which showcases or indicates that it's a GitHub related repository or folder, and the readme file. Great. Now let's publish the repository. So to publish is to ensure that this repository is now available online. Ensure that if you want your code to be private, click on the private check, or don't click on it if you want it to be public. We want it to be a public repository, meaning anyone who lands on your GitHub account is able to access it. Now, to have a look at what our GitHub account looks like online, we just refresh the page and you will see that there's already a green dot there, meaning or representing the activity we just did now of creating a new repository. And you will see that the car sale website repository is also showing there, as well as the repository count is indicated with a 1 next to it, right? You're able to go into the car sales repository. And as you can see, we can see it's a car sales website. We don't have any idea what language it was written in, how to run this website or to see it live. Hence why we need to populate our readme file. But before that, let's actually upload the website code itself, which is in HTML. So you can just go onto your ChatGPT and prompt it to create an HTML file for you, or you can just copy the one I've listed in the description box below. So what you're going to want to do is to copy that HTML file and place it in the local folder that we created when we created a new repository. So your folder should now look like this: Git attributes, readme, and an index file, or whatever you name your HTML file, right? And when you open GitHub Desktop, it should show you that you've now added that additional file. So to ensure that change is uploaded online onto your GitHub account, you need to add a descriptive message, which is a commit message, and then you need to commit the 1 file to GitHub. And to ensure the changes are published online, you need to click on the button Publish Origin. So recall, we now need our readme file to be descriptive for any user that lands on this repository for the first time. I'm just going to grab something from ChatGPT, give it a description, and I'm just going to put a prompt you can also put on ChatGPT. Alternatively, you can grab the readme file in my description box below. So I have gotten it now. I'm just going to replace the pictures with my actual screenshots. And you just take a picture, copy it, and then paste it in place of the blue text. So I'm going to do that now. Get to my website, take a screenshot, paste it on GitHub. I think I'm going to grab another screenshot and paste it as well. Once I'm done, I'm going to click on commit changes. Commit means you want these changes to be applied to GitHub. But because we already did the code on GitHub, we don't need to publish it. And you'll see that our README file looks a lot more lively and descriptive. It tells you this is my first GitHub project, what it's about, a few screenshots, how to run it or how to display this website, and so forth. And you'll see there are details such as who committed last, hence why GitHub allows you to work in teams. You're able to see when what was committed, who last did it, and you're able to roll back in case someone committed something that he or she shouldn't have. You're able to roll back to a version or a stable version that you were happy with. And all this, you find it in the previous video or one of the previous videos I've done on GitHub and the importance of an online portfolio. So now, how do you reference this GitHub portfolio? You just go to your profile and you copy that URL. It needs to look something like this: github.com/your username. And you can reference this URL in your CV, your resume, and any other job-related applications or posts, such as your LinkedIn. The last thing we want to do is to give our GitHub profile some life, right? We're going to go, I don't know if it's called that. We're going to navigate to our AI tool or chat. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, type in the following: GitHub profile readme in Markdown. Markdown is the language we're using, or rather what GitHub uses, and you'll see the difference, right, between normal text and Markdown language. So copy the entire code, navigate back to your GitHub, click on the plus button on the top left, create a new repository, and we're going to name it. So it's very important that you use the very same name on your repository name as your username. Give it a description, click on add readme and create repository. All right, once that's done, that will open the repository and you'll see once again it's very blunt. We just want the readme. So click on that edit button that I've circled and copy and paste that code from ChatGPT or the AI tool you're using and click on commit changes. Make sure you go back to the readme file and change things like your name. You see the very first line, I was supposed to put in my name and so forth. You can always edit the readme file or change it up however way you want. You can include videos, you can put in pictures, so you can definitely be creative. You will see that our profile is now much better. If you send a recruiter this link, they will navigate to this screen at first, which is very much lively. They're able to navigate to the repositories and you will see we will now have two repositories. One is our profile and one is the car sales website. You can go into any of them and you can explore them however way you want. And there you have it, how to create your own GitHub portfolio. What's left now is to keep adding projects as you build and as you explore all the different technologies that are out there. Thank you guys for watching. Please do hit the subscribe button. Do leave your comments down below and see you in my next video.